Hey, how's it going, my YouTube bros and broettas? It's your boy, Jason, back with a brand new video. It's been a minute since I posted, and I don't know, man. I've been having some vivid dreams, and I just feel like something's calling out to me, like I should make a video. So I'm making a video. I have a few videos that I want to make, but I want to prioritize. So we are going to be talking about, what was it? Shit, bear with me, please. Promise it will all make sense. I've been seeing some changes in the world lately that I'm actually pretty proud of. And to those of you who have been putting work out there, great job. But there's still a lot of work to be done. And I'm contributing to it. I'm doing it right now with this video. So I have an experience that is pretty profound in my mind, and it's really just my life. Yeah. I'm gonna get into some deep shit right here, and hopefully this goes out to the right people. I'm gonna entrust my trust into the YouTube algorithm to get this to where it needs to go. Um, yeah. So sorry, I'm having a mix of thoughts. Um, I'm just gonna like say what I've been through, and if what I tell you speaks to you, then use it in whatever way you feel you should. So here it goes. At a very young age, I've always felt like there was something different about me. Like, I didn't know what it was, but I've always felt like there was a purpose in life for me. And like 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 there was a reason I'm here. And I've been thinking about that a little bit, and I feel like the reason I'm here is to literally just be here. To be here right in the moment, right where I am at. Making this YouTube video. Yeah, man, I've been thinking a lot about spirituality, and I don't know, I'm just trying to do like my best to have a positive impact on the world. And these vivid dreams are calling out to me. So yeah, it's like my earliest memories go back to about 5 years old, like in general. I remember maybe I should also mention that I'm 32 years old right now. Just for perspective. And when I was I need to speak better. Shit, man. All right. I'm ready. So when I was what age was I? I don't know. I just 5 years old, something. No. There I always felt like there was a purpose for my life, and I haven't figured it out. I spend a lot of time thinking about it. It's part of my life. That's what I do. I just think. I think a lot. I think an insane amount of fucking time, and all of my ideas have just been inside my head, and I have not had an opportunity to like literally just go out and like actually do things out in the world myself. And my vivid dreams are telling me that the things that I've been saying out into the world, and it's not even the vivid dream, it's the experience. It's the fact that I've seen people who do things that I do, and it didn't used to be that way. I used to be the only person around me that would do the things that I do. I'd always walk around with this vivid look on my face. Not vivid. I'd had this empty expression on my face as I mindlessly walked down the street or wherever. Being at work, being at school, everywhere that I would go, I would just have this blank stare, and it would fuck with people. But I did that because I saw problems everywhere around me. I knew that the things that the people around me were doing were not going to lead to anything good. So I refused to take a part of it. And I focused on just doing whatever made sense. And I guess, oh man, it's just a wild experience. Like I remember, like, back like in the past, is like there were a lot of people who would literally fist fight you for having an opinion. I don't experience that anymore. I would always talk. I used to have to sugarcoat the living hell out of my opinion just to get people to listen to me most of the time. But I managed to break through to people. I always have. Like, the world is not as violent today, or at least not around me, or I don't. It's so confusing. Like, some people, when you ask them how they feel about the world, they feel like everything is just kind of falling apart. And I think there's some truth to that, but my experience is that things are getting better and that we're on the right track. But there's still work to be done. And I can't do it by myself. I'm one person. I need to get the right information to the right people. So, like, the point is, like, things change. You know, just because things don't look good right now doesn't mean they can't get better. But they're not going to become better if you just sit around and do nothing. It's a problem that I've had with people very, very much. I mean, there was a large part of my life where like people just kind of like felt hopeless. Like there's nothing that they could really do, or it's like this negative mindset that people have to this day, where it's like they keep things the way they are. There's this saying that people have, what just things will get easier. It's okay. It's fine. Things will get better. You know, like people, like, I'm sure everyone's heard that quote at some point or another. And then there's like blind faith, where it's like people are like, you know, they tell you to like pray to God and believe that things will get better, and they'll tell you to pray, and it's like, you know, God isn't just like a person who's going to drop things right in front of your face for you to like have a good just to do with. Like it doesn't just like God is not like out just sending things out of the sky for people. Like if you have good things, it's because there is someone out there putting in the work to get you those things. You know, whether they're just doing it because they feel they have to, or whether they're doing it because they believe it's the word of God. Like, it's things are just not going to happen if you just sit around and do nothing. Like, you have to do something. and I've always thought that, I refuse to believe in blind faith. um, and it's crazy because, like, I was raised to be a Catholic Christian by my mother, and then, like, I would go to church with her because I wanted to be like a good son, and just do what I'm supposed to, I guess. And then I would sit there and I'd listen, and I would find myself thinking, like, these people are out of their minds. Like, I'd listen, and it's like, oh, they say follow the word of God, but then it's like, well, what is the word of God? And then, like, every single person would give you a different answer. So it's like, obviously they don't know what the word of God is, so why am I listening to them? I don't understand it. Like, it I mean, I know at some point I was like, well, if God exists, like, that's cool, but I don't understand why a God would like create the world, and then not make it like abundantly clear that he wanted us, like, make it abundantly clear that he exists to get us to do the things that he wants us to do. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So I mean, I questioned my beliefs, and it led me to atheism. I didn't believe in God. It was like a thing where, like, I didn't care if he existed or not. Like, I just wanted to know. And at that moment I felt like I I shouldn't believe in him. So then at some point, I mean, this was, when did I start going to church? I mean, I was like 10. And then like, I was going to Catholic church till I was like 15, and then I went to a Methodist church from 15, and I didn't wait, hold on. I went to Methodist church from 15 to about maybe 20. No, no, not from 15. It was like maybe 17. Yeah, cuz it was, yeah, it was 17, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, that sounds right. 3 years sounds right. And, like, I didn't go to like Methodist church because I believed in God at that time. I just kind of went there because I found value in the type of people that go to church. Like, I felt like they had good intentions, and I wanted to be around, like, positive people who would be there and, like, make for good company. Like, I wanted to have people I could trust. I wanted to have people that I could look up to. And I just felt like those were like the best option at the time. But then, I don't know, things just kind of like fell out there. And as far as I am aware, like, even on the internet, it sounded like a lot of people were leaving church. But then around maybe 2013, that's when I got like access to the internet, and um I just started watching video after video after video, and uh it might have taken like another year or two before I eventually found God. Except the God that I found was unlike anything the Christians were talking about. You know, like the concept of God is just far out. It's really difficult to wrap your head around. And like I don't think there's like any like significant proof to suggest that he does exist, but it's like there's certain things that some people just kind of know. And it's like I don't know, man. Like there's it's just like it was crazy, you know? Like I believed in God, didn't still really believe in Christianity. Um I kind of like struggled with like what the hell it meant to be a Christian. And um I do believe in Jesus now as of very recently, but I'm not really like here to like talk to just Christians or any like I'm just trying to gain perspective on like the world and stuff. You know, like I've gone through my changes, but um it's crazy to think about cuz like you know, even though like I considered myself to be an atheist at one point, and even though my beliefs of Christianity has been different than most Christians, like I still feel like I've always just kind of been doing the work of God. Like with my perspective and what I feel is going on, like I'm completely and utterly convinced that God is does exist, and he works through all of us in like mysterious ways. And like if you don't believe in God, like I guess that's fine. Like I think there are some very convincing things that you can find if you look for them. I love the internet. Um, you can find anything you pretty much want to find on there for free if you look hard enough. Big fan of YouTube. Heard good things about X. You know, Reddit can be pretty good. what was another website? Oh, Google in general. Like, some people don't know that YouTube is actually a part of Google, but like, um, I mean, it is, and it's gotten better. I felt like there's been a lot of propaganda on Google in recent years, in particular. But I mean, like, even YouTube has been like, you can like ask a question and sometimes it will pop up a YouTube video for you, so that's pretty cool. And then there's these AI things that have been giving some pretty good um, answers, but I would never like take anything for a grain of salt. Like, I definitely always think that the best thing to do is to try to get multiple different perspectives on any given topic and then just go with whatever thing makes the most sense to you. Um, Sorry, I kind of like got sidetracked there for a moment. I was talking about like changes and stuff. Um, I've had my changes. I've seen like other people change around me, and it's crazy to think about because I definitely feel like I know for a fact that I've had a meaningful impact on the world around me. Like, I've had some ideas in the world. Like, I've always been filled with a bunch of ideas. Um, I mean, I thought about water desalination, and then I literally just put like it's crazy because like I'll try to like reach out to people on YouTube, like try to get the things that I'm aware are happening and get it to the right people so that we can make a positive impact on the world. And like I've just seen like the internet change, and it's like it's wild because it's like it seems like every mindset that I've had has eventually like spread out into the world when it's like, you know, I'm literally antisocial because I refuse to adapt the majority's people's mindset. Like, you know, I mean, I'm in an interesting part of my life right now cuz when I go out and I talk to people, I don't know whether I'm going to have an intellectual conversation or not. And it's interesting to say the least. I mean, I remember like um when I was like say in my 20s or something, like I would go to the college campuses because I always craved having like an intellectual conversation. Like I've, like I said a couple times now, I've I've always had like ideas in my head that I wanted to share, or just talk or have someone to talk to, but I struggled to find those people. I'd go to college because like, oh, these are people who are trying to further their education, like they must be smart. But then, I'd go up and I talk to them and it's like, I don't think these people should be in college. Like, what are they thinking? Like, I just, like, I've been on the internet for quite a while, and I'm like, I, I mean, it wasn't even just the internet. Like, I've seen it on the internet that that college isn't working out for most people who graduate. Like, most people do not use their diplomas, and then there's like the whole thing that uh you know also not everyone who goes to college graduates, and it's like it's so expensive. Like, why would you spend so much money to do something that isn't going to land you a job, and you're just going to have to be paying debt, and it's gonna stifle you in life. Like, I don't understand. Like, what is going on? Like, it's crazy. And I was gonna say, like, I tried going to college. I had an aunt who, or I had a cousin who got into college completely, like, for free through a grant. And then my aunt contacted me and said that she would be willing to help me get the same thing so that I could go to college, because it's impermeated into society to this day that you need to have a college education if you want to have a good paying job, if you want to have a good life, if you want to be successful. And like, that's just like there's some truth to that, but there's nuances. Like, you can't just go to college for whatever thing you want and expect it to work out. Like, I'm okay with college, but it's like, if you know that there is a demand for the type of work that you want to do, then yeah, eh, and that work requires a college degree, then it's like, yeah, go to fucking college and then get your degree and work the job. Like, that makes sense. But if you're just kind of going because, oh, that's what you have to do, then like you got some things you need to think about there. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I hear like on the internet, like uh Charlie, what's his name? He's a Republican guy. Like, he says college is a scam, and like, I agree on a lot of what he says, but like, I I live in a town where a college campus is now. I've lived here for a little over a year, and you know, I'm saying the exact same things that I said 20 years ago, or what? It wasn't, wait, when I was 20. I'm saying the exact same things that I said when I was 20, um, to the college students now, and it seems like a lot of the college students that I'm talking to are aware of are aware that college isn't just going to they're aware that a college degree isn't just going to get you a job. Like they think these things now. Like that's fucking awesome. Um, I want people to think rationally and reasonably about what they are doing with their lives. And it's like, you know, for years and years and years, it seemed like, you know, science and religion were like two separate things and they didn't go together. And science is pretty much what brought me to God. Like I've just gone full circle. Like I never really cared what the truth was. Like I just want to know what it is. And I think the truth is anything is possible. Like anything that you can think of is like, if you want to see it, it can happen. You just have to put in the work. And that's what I take issue with people, and I've always have. And it's like, it's not even just like a question in my mind. It's not like a theory that I have anymore. Like it used to be a theory, but then I would go out and I say things, and it's like I've gotten bold with it. You know, like I'm to the point where I'm literally going up to people, making demands, and then watching them do it. And it's like, man, it's fucking. It's like I think, I don't know, man. Like my experience with psychology seems to be a little bit more enhanced than what I see in the scientific literature. And trust me, I've looked into it, and I'm just like, bro, you are misconstruing things. um, I mean, I don't think that I really need to study psychology all that much, because like it's like I have a brain, I deal with it every fucking day. I understand how my brain works and operates. I've changed my own brain chemistry through my power of will. Um, I've seen every bit of evidence that shows and proves that everyone is capable of changing their brain chemistry to become whatever person they decide they want to be. And there's some toxic mindsets out there, man. It's like there are people who say that, addicted people can't help that they're addicted. I'm just like, I refuse to believe that, you know. And that's another thing. Like if you're going to like believe in something, like you need to believe in like something positive, you know. Like you can't just fill up your mind with a bunch of negativity and expect things to get better. Sorry, I'm getting some water. I'm a bit thirsty. Throat's getting dry. Oh man, I'm fucking taking too long. I'm gonna go for an hour. Oh shoot. Um. Think. positivity. Yeah, you need to think about like positive things, because if you don't think about positive things, then like you're the way that you think has an impact on the world. It has a psychological effect on you and the world around you. Everything that you do, affects your brain. Um, if everything you do and think affects your brain and the people around you. Um, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be able to cover everything in this video, because like I have a bunch of different thoughts, and it's like I can't edit videos. I don't know how to do. I don't have the time for it. This video is already too long. I'm kind of struggling to like wrap things together in nice, easy, in a nice form that's like just easy to understand. um, I mean, I mean it. There's like people can just change. I've changed over the years. I've seen people change over the years. I mean, I've seen, I used to think about like old people and how, they would just think the same way all of the time, and it seemed like they were just kind of stuck in their ways, and they're just that's just how they are, and they'll never change. But it's like I always felt like, well, if they can change, then it's worth trying to. Like, if something's worth trying to do, then you should try and do it, you know? And like, this vivid dream, man, it's really messing with me. Because I don't really receive like likes and um comments, like, the people that I talk to in real life, they tell me that the things that I say have made a difference in their life, and it's like, I don't know, like I just see my ideas spreading. Like I've literally put it to the test like multiple times. Like I've refrained from putting out certain information out there just to like verify that what I'm saying is actually coming from me. Cuz I don't there are ideas that I mean, there's just a ton of ideas that I have. Like, some I do get ideas from other people, and I share things, and it's like, I'm just trying to reinforce like positive ideas in people's head, and if you're watching this video, then you should try to do that for yourself and encourage others to do the same. And it's not easy though, because like there's a lot of different opinions out there, and it's very easy to spread these preconceived ideas that you've had about the world to others. And like people, they will shame you for things that they don't even really understand themselves. Like, people have this idea of what they think good is, and if you are one of those people and you're not right about what you're doing, then you you you're not, I mean, you're not doing the best that you could do. Like, you're just not. And I just want to like encourage people to like try and think critically. Like, I want people to like question literally everything. Like I don't I absolutely there do not believe that there is a problem with questioning everything. And I mean, um like in Christianity, like they have this whole thing of like, having faith, like, you don't need proof of God to believe in him. And it's like, I mean, it's still crazy to think, cuz like I'm not really, I mean, like I've seen evidence that shows that people who aren't smart can become smart. But I also have this idea that like there's certain things that like people need to hear, like depending on where they are at in their own personal journeys in life. And I'm just like, I'm looking at the world and seeing like all the different problems that we have, and it's like, they're pretty severe. And like, we have the like war in Ukraine, and we have like, the economy. I mean, I'm literally struggling to like uh, make a fair paycheck to just cover. I mean, I'm trying to like figure out like what's fair, like what is a fair wage for me, like I like, even like here in like where I live or something. And it's like I live in a bigger town than I lived before, and things are a little bit more expensive, and I'm fine with that. But it's crazy because, you know finding a job here is shown itself to be pretty difficult. And the vast majority of jobs that are available to me are not paying enough. Like I don't think that people in this town should be living off of $14 an hour. Like I don't, like it doesn't make sense. And then when I go out and I look at what jobs are available to me on whatever websites, it's like, it seems like $14 an hour is the number that I'm seeing the most. So personally, I am going to encourage employers to increase their wages, because that's what I have been doing for many years, and it's proven itself to be to work. Like there are I mean, it's really just common sense when you think about it. It's like when you pay people more money, they feel more encouraged to work harder. And when you have things uh like quiet quitting, that is going around on the internet, this idea that, like, people just don't feel motivated to go to work, like, I mean, if you're not getting paid enough to like cover your basic necessities, or like you barely just make enough to the point where you're pretty much screwed the moment you get a medical bill. It's like that's pretty bad. And it's like, it's like 60% of the economy is between retail stores and manufacturing, and then another 20% is like trucking jobs. And it's like, that's most of the economy. you know I mean, I don't I I don't believe that people who work in retail stores or manufacturing should be struggling as much as they are. Like it doesn't make sense. And then, when I go out and I encourage corporations to pay their their employees better, and then I watch the employees literally change their perspective from, complaining all of the time to, oh, it's actually a good job. Now, I'm not really saying that, getting a better wage is the only factor to do, because I definitely think that you need to be in like a positive just work environment. Like you need like the people that you work with are uh, the workplace that you go to is almost like a second home. You know, you spend a lot of time there, and you see these people every single day, and you, I, I mean, they're pretty much like a second family. Like that's the way it should be. Like you should be able to get along with people, and you know just just don't make things more difficult for one another. Like I mean, I don't every time that I go to a new place, I'm always encouraging people to just do better. Like when people get like angry and really mad at things, it's like, dude, um getting mad at something isn't going to fix the damn thing. You especially when you're like throwing things and you're literally just um, making things worse for yourself. And then like supervisors have been pretty bad, where it's like a lot of supervisors act like all they have to do is just sit around and do nothing and just watch people do what their job, tell them what to do when they don't even know what they're saying either. Like they don't know how to do the job, and they can't do their job effectively. They're just kind of there because they want the paycheck. And it's crazy how like these supervisors get paid more to do less. And it shouldn't be like that. If you're a supervisor, then I mean, like the if you're a supervisor or a manager, like your job is pretty straightforward. Like you need to you need to make sure that the people who work are doing the job, and they're doing the job correctly, and you cannot know whether they are doing the job correctly is it if you yourself do not know how to do the job. Like a supervisor is someone who should be able to take someone's spot if they have an issue. A supervisor is someone who's supposed to like help people be the best worker they can be. But I mean, I've only really worked at like two different places. Like I worked 5 years in each. Like I just kind of got the best job that I could get in the town that I lived in. I also did the same thing at my third job here in this new town. But yeah, like I'm always spreading these ideas because, like, I'm trying to, like, think rationally and figure out what the hell is going on. And then after I spread the ideas, like, it turns out, like, yeah, I'm on the right path. Like, it's working out. And it's like, like, we we need to fix society. Like, we need to, like, it's not like a question. Like, there's still a lot of things that need to be done. And it's like I can't do everything by myself. Like, I don't know how many people are capable of doing the things that I do. And and I don't know if I should trust anyone with it, because I don't I don't know if I should just trust anyone with it, cuz you know, if you don't if you like half-ass things and you don't like get to the fucking point of everything, then things are just going to crumble apart. Like, you need like a wholesome like idea of how to go about doing things in order to push things forward in the right direction. And like, I just don't feel like I'm seeing enough. Like, I don't see videos of like how to be a retail store uh owner or something, or a supervisor. I mean, I have um like applied to be a manager and stuff, and the things that I see on like the training videos or whatnot, like they seem like good stuff. But then it's like, I literally just had a manager come up to me, and then the things that they said just didn't seem right to me. You know, like they literally came out and just assumed that there was a problem, even though nothing was said to say that there was an actual problem. It's just like, you know, I brought up something, like um, yeah, like I brought up something that I heard to an employee, and then they asked their supervisor about it, and then the supervisor came and like tried to like fix the problem. And it's like, all the fucking problem, well, I mean, there wasn't a problem. Like, they literally just needed some information. And then, instead of talking about things like she should have done, she just, you know said some things, made sure that what was going on made sure that what needed to be done was happening, and then left. you know and it's like, you could have been more informative. And then it's like, I've talked to some of the employees there, and a lot of them act like they're confused about um what's going on in the company, and what the company expects out of them, sometimes, or a lot of the times. It seems like it just seems like that's just like an ongoing occurring issue, like every single place, like every single work environment. You know, it's like there's a lack of communication, and like I know how to fix it. Like if I was a manager, like I just do the things that I have been doing, and I would watch the companies just become better over time. But I I can't do that. You know, a lot of people don't, you know, they look at me like, who are you and why should I listen to you? And it's like, oh, so what? Just because, you know, I don't have any credentials, like I'm not capable of having a a a, a good idea or something, like, and it's just kind of dumb because it's like I hardly ever get any recognition, if any, for the things that I do. Like I watch everything around me always get better. But I mean, what am I supposed to do about it, you know? Like there's got to be other people out there who who should be able to make a meaningful di- difference in the world. And I think there's people who are credible, but I don't know, man. It's like the information is just not getting out there for whatever reason. And then some of the people who are influential are people who are saying things that I know are not true. Like the things that they believe do not match my experiences. And it's like I think that, you know, everyone should like put effort into like being a better person and just bettering themselves and do what they have to do for, you know, primarily themselves. And then, you know, once you got yourself figured out, like, you know, share those ideas with the people around you, and just, you know, try to be cool, man. Don't be a fucking hater. I don't. I mean, I don't even know if I could really say that, cause like, you know, like I said before, like I'm literally looking at them with a fucking an intense stare, and making demands, and and it's working out for me. But like I definitely know that, like, depending on what your environment is, that's not gonna work. And it's not like I do it like all of the time. Like I just do it sparingly. Like I do things to get a point across. And it's like, I guess that's the point of the video, maybe? Like people need to learn how to have a point. You know, you need to find the point, and then you need to enforce the point. I think I think that's the best advice that I could give someone. Like, figure out who you are, why you are the way you are, um, what you want, why you want it, what are ways to get there, what are your options, what path makes the most sense, what steps do you need to get there, once you've decided what you want to do, and then just start doing it. And then it's always like, I think it's always like a good question to like question things, but it's like, you know, you, you, chances are you're probably going to have to just focus on one thing at a time, because if you focus on like all the wide variety of different things you might want to do, and you do just a little bit of each thing, randomly, then you're not going to get very far. So you need to have priorities. What is the thing that you value the most in life? Get that done, and then once you get that done, then you can move on to the next thing. And you can just rinse and repeat to eventually, everything works. And yeah, man, just make a positive impact on yourself and the world around you. I think that is a very powerful message, and I just hope that this video makes it out to someone who will use it. And whoever does watch or sees this video, like, I wish you the best of luck.